actor, director, producer, Peter Berg. Patriots Day is coming out. That'll be select theaters December 31st, released everywhere January 13th.
Yes.
All right. You join Mark Wahlberg, who's a producer on the film as well.
Yes.
And Mark's going to join us, I think, coming up. And you got a great cast here. Kevin Bacon. You got John Goodman. You got Mark. You got Michelle Monaghan. J.K. Simmons is in there.
Tremendous actor, J.K., yeah.
Have you have a final edit, right? It's already done?
We do. It's done. We've been showing the movie to members of the Boston community. You know, it's about the Boston marathon bombing and about the 150 hours from the time the bombs went off to the time the last terrorist, the last brother, was caught in the boat. And it's a pretty intense look at how the city of Boston came together and faced that tragedy and rose up and fought back. And it's a film about fighting back, and it's a film about kind of the love that community showed for each other. It's my favorite film that I've ever made. How cautious do you have to be, were you, in making this, and the fact, was it too soon to be making a movie about this? Well, I think for me, we heard that, and we were filming about 3 years after the bomb had gone off, and obviously for so many people in Boston, those wounds were still fresh, and people hadn't finished their grieving process. But one of the things that I think unfortunately we all have to accept is that this is the new world we live in. These acts of terrorism, unfortunately, are no longer surprising. You turn on the news, you wake up in the morning and you see that something really bad's happened. It's no longer the shock that it was, certainly 9/11 or even during Boston. And one of the things I find amazing about the community of Boston, and we spent so much time with the police and the EMT guys and the firefighters and the emergency room doctors and just the citizens of that city, is seeing how they survived it. And, a question that Mark Wahlberg and I find, ourselves asking and being asked of our children is, Dad, what does all this mean? Why are people doing this to us, and how do we survive it? And I think what we saw in Boston was an example of the very best of humanity. And it's an example of how these barbaric acts may occur, but we actually can survive. And at the end of the day, love beats hate, and good beats evil. And at the end of the day, I think we are basically good people. But are you recreating this in the actual places? No, we didn't. We do recreate part of the bombing, and that's, we had 2,000 members of the Boston community working as extras, and many of them had been there on Boylston Street when the bombs went off, and we recreate a big chunk. We built a piece of Boylston Street, and those people came and were part of the filming. And as we said to the members of Boston, I said, this is a part of the film. The bombing recreation is a part of the film, but it is really not the entire film. It's a movie about heroism, everyday people rising up, and refusing to lose. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Mark Wahlberg will join us on the phone. We'll talk about this because I know it was passionate for him, and I'd like to know what that first phone call was like when Mark talked to you, if that's the way it went down on, coming up. Okay, but he's in a bad mood because the Giants won, and he somehow feels this is bad for the Patriots. So I just want to preface, the more of a hard time we give him about that, the more I would appreciate it. Were you with him last night? Yes, I was flying on Air Wahlberg, watching the game on... Wait, set the scene for Air Wahlberg. What's that plane like there, Peter? I don't want to out him, but let me say that it's smaller than a 747, but it's bigger than a lot of regional jets. It's got about 15 televisions on it, and it's got DirecTV, and the pilots know that whatever, if there's problems, they change altitude very quickly. But it's dangerous, so to be in a confined space with Mark when he's unhappy about the result of the football game. And he tried to pretend that he didn't mind that the Giants. I'm a big Giants fan. He tried to pretend that he was okay with the Giants winning, and about halfway through the fourth quarter, he just snapped. And, wait, what did he do? Well, he started screaming, yelling, and threatening, and he just started screaming, "This is it, the Giants will win no more. This is it." And I don't even know why he was so
Well, no, he has
upset.
a problem. You beat him in the Super Bowl
Of course
twice,
we did.
Pete.
Of course we did. He's nervous that he's hoping that the Patriots were going to face the Cowboys, and now it's obvious that they're not, and that it's headed for a three-peat. And I feel bad for him. And
That poor guy, he needs some good luck here, you know?
he's got plenty of good luck. Okay, he doesn't need good luck.
All right, Mark will join us via phone. We're talking to Peter Berg. The movie is Patriots Day, limited release, select theaters December 21st. Then it's released everywhere January 13th. So we'll come back. Mark will join us here on the Dan Patrick Show. Story of a community's extraordinary courage in the face of adversity. An account of the events surrounding the 2013 Boston Marathon bombing. It chronicles in detail one of the most sophisticated and well-coordinated manhunts in law enforcement history. Patriots Day. In select theaters, December 21st, released everywhere, January 13th. The brilliance behind the movie, Peter Berg, the director, and Mark Wahlberg, who joins us via the phone. Before we talk about the movie, Pete says you're in a bad mood, Mark. Are you?
No, but is there a jerk sitting on the set wearing a New York Giants helmet?
No, not right now.
A jerk? You mean a winner or a jerk?
I heard
there's a winner on this set holding a New York Giants helmet, but I didn't want to upset you, so I took it off.
Okay. You know what? It doesn't upset me other than the fact that I didn't get any sleep and I'm tired and I would have rather been in studio so I could bust you in the head.
Whoa, with the violence. You see what happened? That's not brotherly love.
What are you going to be like if the Patriots happen to lose tonight, Mark?
Oh.
I'll be okay. We're going to actually still be in the Super Bowl.
Good morning.
Hey, sunshine.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
Wow, how quickly. Did you get it? 10 match. You know what, Pete? I love you with all my heart. It breaks my heart that you would all of a sudden put this nonsense between us. Because you know what? Yesterday we were brothers. I bring you to my hometown. I'll show you what Boston Strong is all about. We make you an honorary Bostonian.
You introduced me to David Ortiz, which was one of the great meetings of my life.
You get to New York, and all of a sudden you start with this.
You threw me off your plane last night at midnight, almost at altitude, because you were so mad. And I mean, all we did was win, and we beat the Cowboys, which is good for everybody.
I told you were going to win. You were saying Victor Cruz sucked. Odell Beckham.
I never said Odell Beckham sucked. I got mad when Eli fanned and threw the ball backwards by accident, which brought up nightmares. And I thought that Victor Cruz was underperforming.
Yes,
you
Mark.
talk about guys jumping ship.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You know, they turned over the ball. I don't know how many times. This guy had nothing but negative things to say about his boys. He turned on them so quick.
The Giants.
I mean, you'd think he'd start rooting for the Eagles and the Redskins.
Never.
By the way, Dan, more important thing. Yesterday, my daughter was in trouble again, and my son. And we're in the elevator, and all of a sudden, at the end of the day, they had to sit there and watch Pete and I do interviews all day, one in opposite corners, so we couldn't talk to each other while we were doing it. And then she heard that I was going to be on your show today, and she wanted to be on punishment again so she could come back to the show.
She was great.
So upset.
She was great last time. We're talking to Peter Berg and Mark Wahlberg. The movie is Patriots Day. It's released everywhere January 13th. I asked Peter the question. I'll ask you, Mark. How nervous are you about how this is received, certainly in Boston?
It's one of those things where obviously, you wish this whole thing just never happened. Like it was just a bad dream. But people have so much pride, and they responded in such a strong and resilient way. I think people are ultimately going to be very proud. Now, for certain people to relive the worst day of their lives, that is a difficult thing. But, our goal was to make people proud and to put a face on all those people, because you heard the stories on the news, but you didn't really get to know the people. And to see, how proud I am in my hometown and to share that with the world and knowing that these things do continue to happen out there. But we can come together and we can get back up and we can stand strong. That's a very important message, and we need to get that out there. So I think it's going to be a very emotional thing, but ultimately people are going to be extremely, extremely proud when they see the movie and how we honored the people of Boston. I grew up having a lot of sports heroes. Even though we didn't grow up with a lot financially, we had the Celtics, Red Sox, Bruins, and the Patriots to root for. Once I saw this event and people, the way they responded, it redefined the term hero for me. People from all walks of life, men, women, from everywhere, coming together. It was special to see that.
If there's a
Worthy
disagreement,
of telling the story.
if there's a disagreement between you and Peter on set, how is that settled?
You know what? With this, the only time we ever had, and I wouldn't even say disagreements, just, we had to make sure that everything was right, and coming down to words and people dialogue and the accent and all that stuff. But, we would just talk about it. The great thing about Pete and I in our relationship, we'd joke around about the Giants or the Patriots, but, when it comes down to telling these stories about real people, we're not compromising. We're getting it right. And we're there for each other, and we are like brothers in that way. And we can give each other crap like brothers. And, I can't wait to see him today and just give him a big hug and laugh. And, I love him.
Is that going to happen, Pete?
It'll definitely happen. But I would say that, I've worked with Mark 3 times now, and Mark always cares. Mark is the hardest working actor I've ever met. Gets up earlier, goes to bed later, cares a lot. On this particular film, because he really is the hometown boy and the favorite son of that city, I think he focused so intensely and really was a great partner to me, and was able to help, as a New Yorker, shepherd me through that community in a way that I couldn't have done without him. So it's a great friendship and a great partnership.
Well, how about that, Mark?
That's really sweet. Has my gift arrived yet, Dan?
Is it a New York Giants helmet? Because I see one here.
I got a Patriots helmet and a Giants helmet in front of me. I didn't know that there was a gift coming here.
No, I sent a gift via email to DF Overlock.
Oh, to Two-A-Days. Two-A-Days, do you have that?
So has that arrived yet? Have you been able to experience my lovely gift?
It has arrived. I'm sending it over to you right now, Dan.
Oh, you are?
It's not a bottle of Poppy Van Winkle, is it? Because that's what he wants, Mark.
Yeah,
What did you want, Poppy Van Winkle?
Yep.
Yeah, I heard you guys were drinking Pappy Van Winkle last night.
No, last night was
Close
red
second.
wine.
You can come with us tonight. We can do that.
Uh-oh.
But it's a close second.
Where do we go, though?
We'll take care of it.
Somewhere lovely.
Oh, boy.
Has it arrived yet?
Yes, it has. Here's a picture of Peter dressed as Bill Belichick.
Oh, no. Oh, you can't put that out.
So you
It's
see
there.
how bad he wants it.
Wow, you're a
How
wannabe.
bad.
That
Bill Belichick cut his teeth in New York, learned how to coaching for the New York Giants. Can we pull up a picture of Bill
Why are
Belichick
you dressed
in a
as
New
Bill
York?
Belichick, the assistant in New York?
What
Why?
happened?
I just want to know.
What happened?
The child is the father of the man, okay? The father of Bill Belichick is clearly the New York Giants. He's one of my favorite coaches, and he clearly learned the great majority of his wisdom.
Wait, did you lose a bet?
No, not at all. I'm a big fan of Bill Belichick.
And you just dressed like Bill Belichick?
Well, no, you should see the other picture. I had three Patriots with me. I had a friend dress up as a lady friend dress up as Tom Brady, Edelman, and Gronkowski, and I was a team, sort of a team effort. And I did it to
You couldn't get them to dress as the Giants.
demonstrate my respect for Coach Belichick, who's a great man, and my good friend Mark Wahlberg. But Coach Belichick was a Giant long before he was a Patriot.
The movie.
So why aren't you dressed as Bill Belichick, the assistant at the Giants?
What?
And Bill Parcells.
Losing it.
You lost a bet. No, I can hear him. I can hear him. I can hear him. No, I can hear him. Did you lose a bet?
No, I didn't lose a bet. I'm a fan of Bill Belichick, and I'm concerned. Here's what I am. I'm actually concerned.
You're trying to impress a girl. going to dress up as a Giant?
No, because then I would have
No,
had
he's gonna dress
Odell
up as a
Beckham and a
Patriot.
Vic Cruz and Sterling Shepard. I mean, I am honestly concerned that if
Yeah,
this
I
happens,
remember all the insults you were throwing at those guys via the TV last night.
if this happens and the Patriots lose, I'm concerned for everybody. So I'm wishing the Patriots a great season.
You're just a benevolent soul is what you are, Peter. Really, it's remarkable. This time of the year, I like that. Charitable. Very. So January 13th is Patriots Day. Mark, good to connect with you. We hope to be on Wahlberg. Is it Air Force Wahlberg?
It's Air Wahlberg.
Air Wahlberg.
Oh, Air Wahlburger.
Air Wahlburger.
No, Wahlberg Air.
Oh, Wahlberg Air.
You just say Wahlburger with a French accent.
Wahlberg Air.
It's Wahlberg Air.
Does Pete want to change his name to Wahlberg?
Well, we're changing our whole company to Wahlberg.
Yeah, we want to keep working together. That's for sure. And
How about you have a middle name? You change it to Wall. So it's Peter Wall and then Burger.
I was thinking about
You can like the 8th Wahlburger.
I was gonna change. If I had a daughter, I was gonna name her Pitts, P-I-T-Z. Just cause.
That's messed up.
I know.
You see the kind of man you're dealing with?
That is messed up.
I haven't had a daughter and I haven't done it. The thought occurred to me. I won't lie.
Well, have a boy and name it Pitts.
Can I ask you the bigger question, Pete?
Of course.
Have you had a minute of sleep since last night?
No,
mean,
because
you're celebrating this win like it was the Super Bowl. You guys still
We'll
might not
take
make
it.
the
We'll take
playoffs.
it where we can get it. We'll take it. We'll take it.
The movie is, I'll let you guys settle this later on, okay?
Who are they, Dan, just one quick question.
Okay.
Who are they relying on to lose to make the playoffs? What's the playoff scenario looking like?
That's
for the
not true.
Giants
Look,
right now?
it's looking fantastic.
I think the Giants look good to make the playoffs.
Yeah, we look good.
Yeah, they look good. Just take care of business tonight, Mark. Don't be worried about anybody else.
I don't pay attention to that side of the fence until February.
Wow.
You know, I don't look over the fence.
The movie is Patriots Day, January 13th, everywhere. Peter Berg is the director, and Mark, a producer on the film, also stars in the movie as well. Great to talk to you guys. Tell your daughter we said hello, Mark, and we look forward to having her back on with us.
I will. I have to bring her next. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell her if she has good behavior until the next time. Then I'll bring her on the show.
There's no chance. Mark, I'm not going to see her. There is no chance your daughter is on her best behavior.
She is truly Mark's daughter. She is truly Mark's daughter.
Really, the look of disappointment on her face when she couldn't come to see you guys again was, I think that was the groundbreaker. I think I finally figured out the carrot dangle to actually keep her.
You broke her.
Straight and narrow.
Good luck with the movie, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. We're back after this.
Bye.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.